What's up, guys? It's OtherJesus, and I'm back with some more Battlefield 4 beta gameplay footage, and just a little bit of the beta discussion overall. Now, this first clip here, actually going a nice little tear here in the beginning. Take care of this guy on top of the building. When I first started playing the beta, I would get shot from the top of the building a lot, because you're not really used to looking up on top of the buildings like that through those, glass ceilings, getting shot like that. So that's definitely one thing that you need to watch out for more, at least on this map. And I imagine the way that these levels are going to be designed in Battlefield 4 with the whole evolution and the kind of more open world-esque feel of these maps, where you can kind of go anywhere within reason, that we've seen so far. So, I mean, you definitely have to be much more aware. Now, I have been playing some, full-on conquest games. Granted, that is not the footage here. But what I have noticed that 80%, I mean, I'm just throwing out numbers, but I'd say about 80% of like the hottest encounters are in this area here of the Shanghai map. And my suspicion for that is that we also play domination. That guy ran into my nade, what a dick. My suspicion is that since we play domination on this confined area, that when we actually play conquest, I think people's instincts have been to just kind of gravitate towards this area, because it's a really hot area. And if you think about it, when you're playing on conquest, the big building in the center, which I think is Bravo Point, I mean, that's in my experience, that's been a pretty hot area too. There's been some pretty, a lot of enemies keep coming there. I get into a lot of battles there. But since you pretty much need a air vehicle to drop you off at the top, or you got to take the elevator up, and plus it is just kind of in the middle of the map, you don't see as much battles there. And also on the alpha point, I've found, even if our base, even if we spawn alpha, I've just kind of found that most people kind of just gravitate towards Bravo and Charlie, even if they spawn alpha. At least that's been my experience. So I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. So if you want to leave a comment, let me know, what your experiences have been as far as where most of the action has been, even when you're playing Conquest. I'd love to hear about that. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about the AK-12, because I am starting to like it more. So I've seen a little bit of discussion online about the AK-12 versus the SCAR. Some people I know seem to be loving the SCAR, saying it's a super dirty weapon, really, really powerful, and that it may very well be. So you guys also know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, that I don't really go off the exact weapon specs. I go off how the weapon feels. That's normally how I judge a weapon or talk about a weapon, and the SCAR in this beta just doesn't feel that great to me personally. I mean, it seems alright. Iron sights are definitely terrible, so you need a scope, but at first I wasn't a big fan of the AK-12 because it seems to fire very slowly, but I've recently, after experimenting with it and then confirming it by reading in some forums, burst mode, if you switch the AK-12 into burst mode, that freaking gun fires, I think it's like 1,000 rounds per minute, if I'm not mistaken, which is insane. That's a lot of damage. Now, you gotta get used to the burst fire mode, and some of the next gameplay that I'll have in my next video, I'll show you guys, but it makes all the difference, and the gun is a beast. Now, to finish up, I've just got some conquest clips for you guys, just some goofy stuff for you. So I get into this guy's chopper, and I'm like, alright, because I'm trying to spend more time in choppers, I'm trying to learn how to fly them, and this fucking guy gets in the chopper, alright, and he can't fly it, so I get out, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna repair it for this bro. I'm gonna be a bro. I'm gonna repair this, right? And then he starts flying away. What's up with that? You're gonna leave me? No. I'm like, okay, he's not leaving me. He's back. Okay. No, then somebody else gets in it. I'm repairing it. He's crashing into everything, and then he takes off. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try and fucking shoot you out of the sky, bro. But of course, it's really hard to hit your own bro. But I was still kind of irritated, so I fired another one, even though I knew it wouldn't do any good. But it was like, whatever, dick. But you know, get a little action right here, hiding behind this pillar. Alright, missed that first one on the tank, so let's give it another one. RPG to the face, tank. Suck it, Rice Cake 45. Suck it. Right here, I'm trying out the NG class more, and this engineer gun is pretty cool. I wish I was getting into more encounters with it. The MX4, it seems like a pretty badass weapon. I haven't got enough close quarters time with it, because that's typically how I kind of judge my weapons, is, you know, how I can react in faster situations at medium range. Because I know long range, I pretty much know what I'm in for with long range, and I know kind of what I want to use if I'm going to be looking for long range battles. Typically, most of my battles that I get into as a player are going to be medium range, close range. Look at this bunny hopping dick, alright? I pull out my pistol. I was a little sloppy, but Johnny Appleseed, your bunny hopping gets you nowhere. Right in the nuts, right there, buddy. Couple extra bullets for you. So you see down here when you're capping A, I mean, you know, there's a little activity, but definitely not as hot as Charlie. I mean, there's a lot, you know, there's a lot of places to hide. There's not a glass ceiling, so you can't really, you know, get shot from, you know, from the ceiling. I mean, I know there's that gaping hole there. I almost got killed there. And I'm not a medic, so I had to double back around and do a little sneaky move on this guy. Johnny Appleseed again. Getting taken down by my pistol. And right here I was testing out the recon class, and I was just sucking balls sniping, man. I freaking could not hit anything. I mean, I don't know if my sensitivity was just too high or what, but I could barely get a sniper kill. But I love how the snipers have the C4. That is the coolest. I mean, that's going to definitely encourage people to be playing as recon class a lot more. Now, as promised, I've got some clips of the old disappearing act. So if you didn't see it right there in this clip, I have a second clip of it that I'll show you guys in slow motion. And I've been seeing this a lot more in the beta the past few days. So here we go. Let's put this in slow motion. Now, I admit my aim is a little wonky here because I was just starting to get thrown off as I was playing this particular match. And this started happening all the time when I was shooting at guys. I would think I would see a guy someplace, and I would start firing my weapon, and then they'd be someplace else, so I would readjust my aim. And at first I thought that maybe I was just seeing things and my aim was a little off, and I admit my aim's not perfect. I'm not a perfect player. But clearly right there, these players were disappearing and reappearing in different spots. And this was happening a lot. And that was just a great spawn right there to finish it off. I just spawn and die. It was perfect. Anyway, guys, that's it for this one. Keeping it under 10 minutes again for you guys. And I promise the next one is going to be all big Conquest stuff. I played a bunch of Conquest last night to try and get more footage, and I played by myself. And let me just tell you, playing Conquest by yourself in this beta just sucks. It blows, man. I had no teamwork. I had nobody to talk to. It was just terrible. I was getting my ass handed to me every single time. Barely got any time in any vehicles because everyone was taking them. It was just awful. So if you guys want to play, I have, hit me up anytime. I'm on Xbox Live, OtherJesus. That's it. Please remember to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks again for watching. It's OtherJesus. I'm out. Peace and sleep well.